and they think that that's gonna float him to heaven.
Yeah, and then he goes above the water. Yeah. Mhm. It's like you're a ghost. You're a ghost, genius. I found out that was actually the very first episode of SpongeBob. I think,
No, the
but
first
there's
episode
older
is when he
episodes.
gets the job. Is when he gets the job at the craft at the Krusty Krab.
You could
Oh,
both be right.
Maybe. Oh, look that up.
it's fine. I had some, I had some weird dreams, but I don't really know.
Oh, it was it was it was written in the first episode.
Hmm.
How was your night though? Squidward.
What's up?
How was your night?
It was okay. I just spent the night sleeping, so I just been on
That's
rest.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
You see, look, that he busy and stuff. Running videos.
Like you said that again.
Yeah. I said, is Anima busy with his stuff?
I have no idea.
I be having some weird dreams.
I can help you with dream interpretations. I'm naturally good at that.
Oh,
Plus I
you
have a
are?
book. Plus I have a book about it.
Mm, okay. Well, I don't know. The dreams are weird. There was one about I dreamt that I was like surrounded by these Japanese people that were like in a school and stuff. But, like they were my friends from a different world. But I had a different dream that was like more important than that. But I just can't remember. I feel like it was about school. I don't know. They changed everything.
Yes, a school is a place of learning. So maybe there is a lesson that has to be learned from your friends, from your friends. And
Mm,
you're probably dreaming of school because like you feel like that you didn't get enough out of school. I have dreams about school too. And I have dreams that I go back and I'm like in my grown ass age and I go back to high school and have to do it all over again. And it feels
yeah,
so weird. It feels so real. And then I just
literally.
wake up. I just wake up and I'm like, oh, that thank God that's a dream.
Yeah. you ever have those dreams where you're like naked in class and you're like, why am I in my boxers? You know what I mean? Uh, I have those dreams.
I have a dream of my hair falling out and my teeth falling out in class.
Yeah, me too.
It's scary.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I remember what it was about this morning, but I forget. I'd be having like so many different dreams in one, but like it's part of the same world, you know, but different things are going on.
Hmm. Um, how about I consult my book?
Sure. Mm. It was weird, like in this one dream I had of like they were like a bunch of Japanese people, right? Or like people from all over the world, and I felt like they were my real friends or something. But like, but we didn't really know each other personally. But they were more cooler with me than my own friends in real life. It was so weird. Like we were strangers, but we were more accepting of each other. And then I just remember thinking like, damn, I know these people. Like Loki, I thought they were from a different world, you know, like a different dimension. I was like, yo, I know these people, but it feels strange. It just feels nostalgic, bro. But yeah, I don't know. And then it was just really casual. There was nothing I really wondering about. We ended up watching a TV show, and we were watching the Miss Three K-pop girl group. But I remember they were called Miss Three or Missy or something. It was weird. Oh yeah, yeah. I'd be dreaming all sorts of stuff. I need to write my dreams down again. I thought about that the other day, but I have it.
Dang.
I so supposedly they said like a bunch of people from the past are coming up, right? And that was true for like a week ago, but today, like last night, I ended up telling like two, three people my true feelings, and I just didn't really care anymore. You know, like, it kind of feels like it's already dead, you know, those friendships. But like one person that they're connected to the situation because they know the people, but they didn't have anything to do with the situation. But I feel like the reply kind of confirmed things to me, like saying, like he didn't have to say anything. He just kind of confirmed it with what he replied with. It was, it was like, oh yeah, that's true, but like also,
Okay. I'm looking it up right now.
Whoa, even Ryoma likes this place. It's gotta be good if he likes it.
So I feel it's kind of like I feel like this is kind of telling you that you have friends in foreign places or in unlikely places.
Mhm. Yeah, like friendships in unlikely places.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah, I get that.
Never take your dreams seriously because dreams are all about symbolism. Like the divine only works in symbolism.
True. It was it was cool because I wish I had spent more time with them. Like they felt closer. They felt like I knew them, you know. But you know what I noticed is that nobody that I knew was around me. It was just strangers, and I felt more at home with them than I did my own friends. You know?
Or
I
it
feel like
could
they.
be that you wanted that you saw something within those strangers that you couldn't find within your friends.
Mhm. True.
Hmm.
Have you thought about doing that for people, giving them dream interpretations as a side business?
Yes, but like I want to be good at it. I want to read that book so I can be good at it. I also wanted to do dream magic because I have a lot of dreams.
Mhm. I think you should get started with the offering interpretations for people, even if you are a beginner, and charge whatever price you want. But like, I think that would be good for you, even if it's not perfect, because that's how people get started. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then, like, I don't know if you're like, I know you work and you get your own money, but if you if you want to keep it low key, use Cash App to collect your payments if you can, or Venmo or PayPal. PayPal, either Cash App or PayPal, but PayPal priority number one. But it's up to you. I just mean like if you don't want to get in trouble with
Yeah, I don't think I'd get in trouble for doing dream interpretation.
no, yeah, no, you're fine. I just meant like if you were like receiving assistance from the government or something for anything like that,
Oh,
because they
yeah.
don't count that as a bank account.
I don't receive assistance from the government.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying just in case, you know. I know the
Hmm.
tips, I know the hacks, and I want to help people out. Like get your money and then store it on Cash App.
Maybe I will.
So,
Like, um, do you think do you think I'm a good divinator?
so I think you're a good one.
Do you think I'm a good divinator?
Yeah, I think you can tap into things and still read them correctly, quite naturally. And I don't, you asked about like divinator, but like I think you could just read situations and people and energy quite clearly. And believe it or not, that's a good thing because that's what Virgos are good at. They're quite in tune with their selves and understand. Like when I explained that one guy to you and all the bullshit he did, and then you were like, man, so basically you laid your heart out to this guy, and he just crushed it, right?
Sorry, my mom was talking to me.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, my mom was talking to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did like Kim Kardashian, like YouTube
Uh-huh.
thing. Yeah,
I'm not should I start tarot for? Should I do tarot for a living?
yeah. I think even if you want to offer it as a side hustle, like do simple readings for people and then charge whatever you want. Charge $5, $10, $25. I think so. I think you should. I think you should. Mm.
Can I do something?
Mm. I'm not really feeling up to it right now, but
Oh,
it
okay.
depends what it.
No problem. No problem.
Like, I can ask him one question, just for now.
Okay. Well, the question is, how do I balance out my spirituality? Like, how do I stay focused on two things? Because when I try to stay focused on two things, I lose interest in the other thing. And when and then like, it's hard.
Okay.
But I wanna focus on my schoolwork and my spirituality. How do I do that?
So you want to know both things, or just one, or is that like one in the?
That's just one. I thought that was just one question. Like, how do
No, yeah, yeah.
I want to know how do I focus on my spirituality and focus on my work, focus on my lesson.
Do you mind if I butt in with an old Zen saying that I keep saying a lot, real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Before enlightenment, cut wood, carry water. After enlightenment, cut wood, carry water.
That's interesting.
Cut wood or chop wood, make it ready for fire. Take care of your life chores. Don't drop it just because you all of a sudden hit enlightenment.
You have to listen to what guides you and what you're in tune with. Frequency, naturally, and what what you progress with by adding valuable time. To your responsibility.
Ooh, thank you.
Mm. Could you repeat that back to me? It's okay if you don't
You read my question?
know my answer.
Like you have to, you, you have to you have to focus on the moment. What's in the moment?
Yeah.
That's right.
You have to you have to focus on what you feel naturally. You have to, your guidance. You feel naturally your guidance, the frequency towards your responsibility.
Plus plus my responsibility.
And I feel like he's saying. I feel like Archangel Michael's saying because I asked them both, but usually I ask Archangel Michael when I'm like doubting what Jesus is saying, and he just confirms the same thing. He's like, but he tells me more directly. He's like, yeah, just tell it. So I think they're saying that you have the right answer to this, which is why do you separate both of them? Why don't you? Because it makes me feel like you go to school and you turn that part of you off.
Yes,
You know,
that's exactly what happened.
like it makes me feel like when you come home and you do after you finish your schoolwork or whatever, then you get into your hobby and then you're excited to do that. All your energy suddenly comes out like like a water dam, right? Like comes out of the dam really hard. It busts through the dam, and and then all of your energy is superimposed over the stuff you like, right? You get into your hobbies, and then it's hard to pull yourself away from that and then focus
Yeah,
on the boring stuff like school again. So
yeah.
I feel like he's telling me to tell you like, why do you do that? Like, why do you turn it on?
I have no idea why I do that. I think it's because of my ADHD.
Because you're unable to focus, or because you're able to focus?
I'm unable to focus.
Okay. Okay. Hang on, give me. you need to pay attention to what guides you. Frequency wise, what frees you.
What frees you?
So when they say you need to pay attention to what guides you, to your guidance. But I think of like the love, your heart. What guides you? What is your internal guidance? What guides your heart? And then when they talk about frequency, it's about, I just said it right now, but I forgot. When we talk about frequency, it's about what directs you to be yourself, your true self.
Hmm.
Let me ask about that. Okay, I think I forgot the original what I was gonna say, but it got replaced with something. So let me look up this word. Okay, so frequency. To let go of what inclines you towards the belief that you're not good enough, into the purpose of causality, harmony. I'm trying to interpret what they're saying. The purpose of causality, to free yourself of the indignation that you apply on yourself. And I'll take a screenshot to show you what that word means. Because I think he's saying this also is it's part of it, but it's not the main reason, right? This is kind of what we'll deem. I'll deem it to you. I think I feel I feel like when you go to class, you turn off that internal part of you, even if you're not like doing anything right with it at the moment of your environment. I feel like you just turn it off instead of letting yourself sit with that, with the like your love, your want, your need for that inside. Like you don't have to be doing it. You can just be thinking about it, what makes you happy and stuff. I feel like when you go into a classroom setting, your needs and wants are all the same in front of you, so that like your environment tells you how to behave with yourself, and so you focus on the teaching, like the teaching aspect, rather than the internal aspect, which is what fills your happiness, what fills your joy continuously. Like I see why you partition them, right? I see because you're in different environments, and you probably don't let that show because you're not in front of the people that accept you or that will allow you to show your true self the most. It's both external and internal because, well, firstly, Virgos are like that. They're gonna show their best selves only to the people they approve of. And I know you don't care regardless, but mm, it's almost like if I'm getting the vibe that you're studious to a fault. You're separated to a fault. You're perfect to a fault. But perfect doesn't mean that you do everything correct. No one can fault you. In this context, it means y- your your mode of systems fits properly in every place. Like when you go to class, you're only gonna focus on class and not think you don't allow that inner energy of yours to come out even if it sits inside quiet. When you go to class, it's about class, interaction, all that stuff. If, even if you talk about it, but it feels like your heart is not in the right place, because if your heart was in the right place in the first place, then the error of your energy not coming out in your words or your presence wouldn't be happening, right?
Right.
And that's fine because you don't have to tell everyone everything about yourself. But you don't have to reject it either within yourself. You don't have to turn it off when you're in environment, any environment that
Yeah,
dictates other.
I got scared. I get scared to talk about it with other people because when I talk about it with other people, they'll be like, "Oh, she doing all this evil stuff," and then they'll see the devil in the details where the devil is not in, where the devil is not. I don't think that everything I do is the devil is evil and they don't want nothing to do with me.
Hmm. Yeah, I get that. So it's a product of their environment, and so you don't want to present something where the product, in mathematical terms as well, is always gonna equal something negative. But it's like it's like again like irrelevant of how they feel. You don't you shouldn't have to let that bring you down inside. You can still keep that spark alive inside of you, even if you safeguard it and safekeep it and don't talk about it. Like even if you don't bring that energy out for all to see, you can still sit there and be like I think the way it translates, it's easily saying, instead of thinking, oh, I can't wait to go home and do my work and then I can get on Discord and talk to the people that actually understand me. It's more like I keep the energy alive inside my heart so that when I get to go home later, I get to do this and talk to people that I love, and and even inside when you sit there, like, do you ever think to yourself, I should explore this or that or a topic I haven't really gotten to, or do you think about it? Do you think about the things you love, or do you just stay studious and focused on the task at
I think about the things I love sometimes, and then I try to shut it out.
hand? That can be a focus magnetizer, but I can see why it lends to distraction, because once you get upheaved or uprooted by that energy of interest in whatever you're interested in, it's hard for you to reel yourself back into studious mode again, or compartmentalize in study environment. Hang on, let me adjust myself. Public effort. Hold on. And my light just went off. So let me ask you this for further
Yeah,
clarification.
yeah.
So you need to basically believe in yourself and be there for yourself when no one else is the wiser or part of the crowd, the inherent crowd that you create or part of this environment. You need to know and believe in yourself regardless of who's there to stay or leave. Because when I speak about frequency and um, energy, like like I understand it myself. When I see you, I see your heart, and then I see it glowing white. Your heart space, your heart chakra. I can see it glowing white, and that should be an internal. That's the internal glow you have when you hold your light inside and you constantly speak and be who you're about. And you don't have to show it to anyone. You don't have to prove anyone to anything. That's your internal light in your heart, which shows what lights you up, what feeds your soul. It's your guidance. That's what I think it means. Your guidance. That is your guidance.
Thank you so much. You answered all my questions.
So, to living your life to the fullest versus living in regrets.
Living my
It's your
life
internal
in the
guidance.
fullest.
Yeah. Which doesn't mean that you don't have shitty days, but that it means that you internally keep yourself going. You don't let anyone modify that frequency that has your light turn on in a person in your heart space.
Mhm.
Yeah. You monitor it for efficiency and coefficients. Coefficients in a mathematical term. Oh, it's a placeholder. Something you stack on, something you modify. You monitor it for its coefficiency and coefficients to the maintenance, not not to understand yourself, but y- your heart space. Picture that all over your body. Your internal understanding. Your internal understanding is the love that circulates throughout your body, throughout your soul. That's your internal understanding. That's what keeps you going. That's your purpose, your duty to yourself, and
That
to the
that
Christ at heart. To the Christ at heart. To your design, the way He made you, the way He purposed you. In other words, you keep the light alive in your heart, irregardless of the circumstance. golden energy.
Golden energy. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond in the sky. Shine bright. Shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond.
You know what I've noticed?
What you notice?
Okay. Um, every time I talk about Jesus, Anima leaves. I think he doesn't have. It's not that he doesn't have a good relationship with him, but like you know, how Anima's always talking about psychic shit, bullshit here and there.
Uh huh.
I think he just. I don't know if he's a. Oh no, but he always gets like some type of way, and I have no doubt it's because you know he has his own relationship, like and everything. But I'm not trying to. But he's always he talks to me about archangels and stuff, and I'm like, why is it when I about Jesus, like you leave, and irregardless of his opinion or his belief, I feel like he doesn't need to work with angels because like he told me a little bit about that, but I I feel like he just doesn't like to talk about when someone brings it up. He's like, no, I'm gonna leave.
I
I
always
understand
thought
what
he
you're
left
thinking.
because like nobody was paying him any attention.
Well, kind of, but I noticed like right when I mentioned it, he left. So I feel like that was because of that.
That's common for New Agers.
Mm. And he could,
Like New
for me
Agers
personally,
don't
I'm
like
not trying to say bad things, but like for me personally, what I feel like I can feel it. So when he leaves and he comes and he's like, "Oh no, it's because I got busy." I'm just like, "Yeah, right, sure." What were you gonna say? For you believe because of New Agent?
I feel like he does like when New Agers don't like Jesus or Christianity.
Mm.
Some New Agers, not all, but some.
Yeah, I get you.
There are like two groups
Like,
of New Agers. New Agers that don't like Jesus and stay away from God and all that stuff. And then there's
mm,
the other New Ager who is totally obsessed with Jesus as God, but incorporate Buddhism and all that other stuff into it too.
yeah, two sides of the spectrum, like over max. Yeah, they over like amplify their shit, right? Because they're two sides of the spectrum, side of this and that, and it's like, I'm not saying everyone, but like, if you do that, and you have two sides of the spectrum, and you're either no, totally not, or totally all in, you're gonna fuck yourself up in some way, shape, or form. Because I mean, for the fully good ones, like you said, the ones that are like into Buddhist and all that shit, and they're fully for it, they're all loving light. That's cool, but that can kind of lead to that can kind of lead to what is it called, spiritual bypassing for some people. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you know, fine, you do whatever you want, you know, focus on whatever. But then you can also miss messages that are possibly for you that you don't have to be fully into anything, you know. But you're already throwing the baby out with the bathwater. But I'm saying that's what I've seen in my life of what I used to see. But I get what you mean.
Yeah,
Well, I think it's ridiculous because not that, but like I know what you mean. You say New Agers that don't like God or word God. I run into that all the time, all the time. Even when I used to talk about all the topics I used to talk about, right? The moment I mentioned Christ or something that somebody didn't consider mainstream, they would click out of the call and be like, "Oh no, like my totally boring, you know, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about." It's like I'm not an expert in any field. I'm not, you know, knowledgeable only because I mentioned topics they don't want to talk about. They think, oh, to be spiritual is that you're evolved beyond God, and it's like it incorporates a wide variety of fields. You
Mm. And like, were you on 5D with in 2020 or in 2019?
I think so. I've been there for a while.
I know exactly what you're talking about because before the Christians took over 5D, it used to be full of people who would like literally say, "Oh, Christ is bad. Christ is this. God is this. God is that."
I don't know. I
And
haven't.
I was the only New Age Christian there.
Hmm, yeah, there's so many people now. I feel like the melting pot of people. You'll find a bit of everything. Um,
But
I
can you
want
say
to
that
talk
again? I'm
to.
sorry.
I said there's so many people there that you'll find a bit of everything. But I only go in whenever I feel the vibe is right. And usually when the vibe is right, that's when like people come in, the people I'm used to. It's always the same people because that group has like, I don't know, 30,000 or 300 members, 300,000 members, something like that. And I only see the same like 10, 20 people in the VC. I never see strangers.
It's a cult. It's definitely a cult.
I mean, if it wasn't, if it was not a cult and nobody said it was, I would be very concerned. But only when people are like, "Oh no, it's a cult." I think that's when I think the warning should be taken very seriously. Like, you know what? Maybe it is a cult. I have no idea. I tend to, I don't go into that group when it feels off or icky. That's usually when the energies are off. And I'll see like arguments and then people like throwing their fucking shit in there. And I'm just like, okay, the security system is going haywire. I'm gonna take a break. And then I
Yeah,
just come back when everything's calm.
People curse you by giving you the evil eye, and people curse each other by giving each other the evil eye.
I've seen some very weird shit in that group before. I've seen things in the chat, like energy wise, and I'll be like, I don't know who did this, but like this entire place is under some sort of like energy vampire lockdown. Not by like Storm or anyone, but like certain members that joined. And I've just seen the manipulation going on. And it's like, now I understand it kind of. But it's like everybody just lets it happen. And I'm like, no, don't let it happen. Like, kick them out. And then it's like, I can't be involved at that point. I just gotta leave. I gotta leave when the environment resets and calms down. I can't put up with bullshit. I cannot. But I noticed that place attracts a lot of energy vampires.
Yeah, it does. Oh my god, I'm
It's
so
like,
glad you saw that.
okay,
Yes,
be careful.
it attracts a
We
lot of
say
vampires.
everybody's welcome. Be careful. Because everybody will fucking be welcome. Yeah, any other thing? Uh, it's a fun place to visit. I want to talk to Meowzinator. I haven't talked to her in a minute.
I haven't talked to her either. I feel like she's ignoring me.
Mhm. You want to invite her to VC sometime? Or another time?
Sure.
I don't know if she's in Grand Chakra. Meg.
Hey, do you guys know about Lelouch of the Rebellion?
No.
Code Geass?
She said no. She said no.
Pretty, out there
Didn't
of a
you call me
story.
earlier from the group? Or from a different group? I don't even know what that was.
Huh? Wait, two people were talking at the same time. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You said no about Meowsinator? Or what?
I said another both. I don't know when the war, the war. I don't know about that war, and I also don't know. No, I didn't say no to Malzinator. I said sure to Malzinator. Like she can join the call if she wants, but on that she wants. Like me and Malzinator go way back. We used to be friends, and she used to defend. She defended me when 5D banned me that one time. Like it was so bad. I was crying. I was crying because they were straight up trying to bully me and use their power against me. And then Meowsinator was like, "Nope, you're not gonna do this shit."
Mm,
But we had a falling out, and now she doesn't talk to me that much anymore.
you didn't tell me that. What happened?
Uh, I kind of forgot why I was mad at her.
You flipped out or you forgot why you
I think I flipped out, but I forgot why I flipped out.
mm, is it maybe because she didn't take her side or something? Like,
It could have been, knowing me back then, it could have been that. It could have been that reason.
mm. Yeah, I know because I remember what you told me how you were back then or whatever. So I'm like, maybe it was. You can always talk to her and just
I tried to
tell her
talk to her.
you've
She
grown and
doesn't respond
changed.
to my messages anymore, which is understandable because I know I know I can be a dick sometimes.
Mm, yeah, I got you. I don't know.
Steel Beowulf.
But I've also talked to her about, like, I brought an issue up with her once where I was like, we were talking in VC and like, yo, I don't understand some people sometimes, like, Tyler, because he connects to my dreams and such. But like, people treat me, it's very indirect, but they treat me like if I'm the stick sticking out of the knife. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to be around me, but they want to be like liked to me. And I'm just like, Yeah, okay. And then we ended up having this talk when she was like, "No, yeah, me too. Like, I used to be like that." And then I realized I think people just think I'm Meg from Family Guy, and they're like, they kind of like, they get shivers whenever I'm around, and it's like, I started laughing because I'm like, yeah, like I feel like Meg. Like if everyone treats me like Meg, like am I a Meg? And I told you this last time. Yeah, she helped me to realize that like people are just like that sometimes. Like girl, she used to take it personally, but now she just doesn't really bother about it. She just lets it fall to the side. She realizes that people are gonna do whatever they want when they want, and the true friends that are meant to be there will always be there, even if it's like one or two. That's what makes it worthwhile, way more worthwhile than thinking that you had like 30 friends that cared about you that don't really care about you because they never hit you up. They don't want to hang out with, like for me, they don't want to hang out with me because I'm not, I don't know, whatever the fuck fix their stupid fucking template in their stupid fucking brains of theirs. But yeah, you really know who's there for you when they come around and they want to hang out. Even if they're busy, the true people will just be there for you. And so she just helped me to realize, like, yeah, shit, like, maybe you are Meg, but whatever, fuck them. Go be Meg on your own. You don't need it. Yeah, that was a fun talk I had with her. I was like, yeah, it was true. But we were both like, I don't understand how I can be Meg when I'm like, I get, I give myself to people. I'm fun to be around. I'm the life of the party. And then you realize, oh wait, even if I am Meg, like, I think they're just jealous. I think they still have their high school mindset. You know what I mean? They still have their child mindset. They're not actively thinking about how to maintain proper friendships. They just think friendships will always be around. Their lessons are non-existent because they think that the people around them will always be around. No, the people around you are only around you because you got money and shit. But throw that money away and see who sticks around. And so I think she was kind of saying like certain people like us have a different mindset. That shit's not important to us. But then when we get on our shit and we prioritize ourselves, and then you see the difference. You see people who want to come back into your life out of nowhere, and even if you don't tell them shit, and that's the key. If you don't tell them shit, and they come out of nowhere and they just want to start hanging out with you again, it's like why? You know what I mean? It's like because something you're doing attracts them. Whether you got money or you got a job, whatever the fuck you got, because you got a new haircut, because you posted a new photo, then they're like, oh, do you want to kick it again? Like we should, but like why? Why all of a sudden? Because you were lonely,
because they
and
they realize what they lost and now they want to get it back again.
yeah, or even if they're lonely, because they'll see that you post a new picture, and they'll use you in their moment of loneliness. Like you said, yeah, yeah, exactly. And like, but it's like you shouldn't hook up or kick it with people in in their moment of loneliness because they're just using you, you know what I mean? So it's like, why did you come back, bro? Even if you are lonely, like, I would say don't kick it with them. You can, but like long term, why? They're proving to you who they are, and then you're proving to them who they think you are. They're like, oh, this person doesn't have feelings, so I can just use them, blah blah blah. And who cares if they're mad? Because I'm gonna go ahead and sleep when I get my paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so messed up. That's why you gotta
I
protect
mean,
your energy from people. You gotta keep your circle small. You really gotta keep your circle small because there are snakes in the grass.
yeah, I guess definitely, definitely, definitely. And like that's what I'm saying. Like no one hits me. Nobody hits me up much. But when I see people pop up on my friends list, I'd be like, I mean, you know that people you made a list? I'd be like lately, I was like, why is all you fucking people from the past coming back on Facebook? I don't know, checking me in. That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, don't come back when I don't have a place for you. Like, people are weird. They'll check you out. They'll check your profile out. They'll check your profile out every 2 days, even though you haven't added shit. But they'll never like friend request you. You know what I mean? And they won't even message me. And I'm like, to me, that's funny because I'm like, you're more desperate to get in contact with me secretly inside, but you never even send a message. Even when I write on my wall, yes, I remember you. I can see y'all fucking looking at me. I remember you. I'm not gonna ignore you, blah blah. Even if I say that, they won't reach out. I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But that lets me know that people are like you said, they're on some snake shit. And then I changed my view set and I said, instead of them just being nosy or whatever, what if they're spying on me or someone else? And then that's how you see the real connections and who really fucks with who. You know what I mean? Like they say, if they have like 35 mutual friends, I like to think, okay, well they're curious about me. But if they have no mutual friends with you and it's someone you know and they come back in your life just to check you out, that's fucking weird because they're either on a mission or somebody told them about you and they're curious, but they don't fully believe that you're still worth getting to know. Like they kind of believe the other person's lying, right? But they're still gonna spy on you. Or the
Yeah,
third one,
or it
which
could be like a scammer. It could be like a scammer trying
yeah,
to get your social security number. Give me your social security number, please. Can I
yeah,
have your
there's just
social
regular.
security number? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you never know if you hack the person. Maybe that. But I don't know. I feel like scammers try to they friend request you. You know what happens? Because I had that happen with someone that I knew. They reached out to me and they were like, it sounded like him, but his energy had scammer energy, right? It kind of felt like a robot. And they were like, what are you talking about, dude? It's me, you know, blah blah blah. But then they would have like crazy random tantrums and collapse over text message. And I'd be like, nah, dude, you're acting weird. And then I found out from a friend of a friend that it wasn't him, it was some scammer that hacked his phone. But I talked to another friend and they they confirmed what I felt and they were like, I don't think that's a scammer. I think he's pretending to be a scammer and telling you that he got scammed or like trying to ask you for money, whatever. I'm like, alright, you know you're around a fucking weirdo when they pretend to be a scammer, scamming themselves, scamming you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that,
It was
that is weird.
weird.
But like, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
Okay. I I highly suggest if you want to remember to totally try not to remember and put it out of your mind. But then there's a part of you that says, well, I can't because what I want to say was important. And I'm just gonna constantly try to low key think about what I was trying to. You have to let that go. So try to move on with a different topic that you want to talk about, or just move on in your head state. And then as soon as that happens, when you fully let go, it'll come back to you. But you have to not like be paying attention.
Thank you for the advice.
It it makes it easier when if I start talking about something and trying to get your attention and I go off on a tangent, that's usually how it comes back to the other person because they're paying attention, but part of them is still focused on what they're trying to remember. And so like your brain does this thing where like you force yourself to listen to the other person, not to be mean. But that other part of you is so like, no, but like I really want to talk about my shit. And so when you get like that, I think your brain kind of does this thing where it brings the information back with you. And then that's when you're like, oh shit, I remember. But you want the other person to shut the fuck up so you can remember and not lose it. And then if you don't act on that right away, if you don't say quickly, I remember what I was gonna say, and then start speaking about it in that moment, it's gonna lose itself. It sounds ridiculous, but I tried it before. That's how I know. But like we don't want to be rude to the other person. You really gotta be like, I remember what I said, and then you gotta tell the other person, shut up before I forget it again.
Also,
Hang on. Yeah, go ahead.
this is off topic. I hope you don't mind. I want to just like curse.
Okay.
Did, did you see the person I tagged you in?
Mm, what's that? Chat?
Yeah. No, not in side chat.
No, I don't see anything. Mm,
It's in Lotus Lounge.
okay. I sent me and Zenita a message too, and I said, hey, would you like to chat with me in Crown Chakra? But I feel like she thinks it's a setup or something. Because, obviously, because she probably got your message. I feel like she thinks it's a setup. Like, if I'm gonna, like, jump her or something. Because
Why,
maybe, like, I don't know.
why would she think
Because,
you're gonna jump her?
no, I'm saying, because you know how you said that she's kind of avoiding you or whatever? Or, like, I feel like she thinks we're planning to, like, be mean to her or something. She
No.
doesn't. I'm like, should I tell her and be like, yeah, oh, like, me and Ghost want to talk to you or want to know if you want to drink. So I just leave it.
uh, like, you can't tell her.
I can or I cannot.
I say you can.
Okay. That's funny because when you said should I dress like her, I saw a picture of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. I kind of thought like I thought the dress at first, but then I was like, oh, she kind of matches because of her braids, like the little farm girl braids. I think the photo above her is called like gypsy style, I believe. Yeah, she's into the whole fairy thing. Well, I mean, she has fairy legs, but yeah, look, to that. Um, yeah. But, yeah, I'm not kidding. Sorry if I went off on a tangent again.
What you say?
I said that's all I have to say.
Uh, about Shannon Blake or in general?
About just in general.
Her hair look ugly. But she's cute though.
Everyone.
Her hair in this picture look ugly, but she's cute though.
I like her.
I posted it in SoundCloud.
Frequency. Um, I'll make some images real quick. Sorry, it creeped me out.
It's okay.
It said I had an interesting thing that happened to me. I
You
wanted to.
haven't had anything interesting happen?
No, I had something interesting happen, and I want your feedback.
Okay, tell me.
So, let me adjust my headphones. So, you can hear me. Okay. Um. So out of nowhere, I decided to pray for these two people that I know, and I asked Jesus to like cleanse me, and make me feel okay. And then I prayed Amen, and I don't know if I brought it up. And then I prayed Amen. I felt like it did something, and then like I fell asleep, right? And then when I woke up, I felt like I saw the brother of this girl that I prayed for. Like he was right next to me, but like he pulled me in and he hugged me. And I was like, yo, that's weird. I thought he hated violence, right? But it looked like him, just like him, but he was wearing like a specific sweater. And I kind of feel like that was confirmation, like he was saying, like, thank you for praying for me. Like, I feel like
Maybe
he heard.
maybe his spirit guide, like, was telling him that, was telling you thank you for praying for him.
Yeah, I think so. And then after that, it made sense because I seen that guy and that girl together doing weird shit. You remember when I told you about that guy from the picture? The one with the guy with his fist in the air, smiling all weird and shit? And then I said the other girl that I seen him follow him around, watching me, and like she doesn't like when I bring him up because uh, her heart flares, and I can see she has insecurities about it or whatever. You know, some weird shit. So it was them. I prayed for them, and so then I saw her brother getting revenge or something. But I feel like that was a thank you thing. Kind of thing, like I see you, right? And I see you. I feel like he was saying like they really needed me. And that was a trip. Because it just makes me think, oh yeah, I was right this entire time. They were on some weird shit. I think they just had some dark stuff they were doing. I feel like
Maybe.
my prayer really cleared out some stuff. And then, I don't know, like, I don't know. mm, Seeing, like, I was piecing some stuff together, not him. I don't like to get into it because he gives me a headache. but human wise, like he's a cool guy. He's not gonna lie. Even if I don't get along with him, I still pray for him. So like he does stuff. He was saying thank you for me.
But I feel like even though they didn't like it, like your spirit guides were like, their spirit guides were like thank you because like you did a good thing for them.
Yeah, very true. It's funny because I've been on that answer where it's like you find out someone prayed for you, someone protected you that you really didn't really think about. And then you're like, what the fuck? I'm in their prayers? And then it's like you realize, yeah, like a lot of people pull out
Hold
for
on,
that.
be right back. I'm probably gonna get something different.
Yeah, no, enjoy your lunchie.
When a thing picks a fight with the tiniest robot on the field just to find out that the tiniest robot is actually the most dangerous. Boom. Just... Big guy had no chance against the little thing. Got too close and it was like the mantis shrimp versus a lobster, just game over. Rocket punch to the face. Sorry.
I'm back.
Eh. One of the enemies decided, hey, I'm gonna try and fight the tiniest enemy on the opponent's team. Huge mistake, because it'll never hit that thing, and then that thing just destroys giants. So it'll just come back around and keep on destroying bad guys. And it just punched a giant thing that's like 10 times its size or more to death all at once. Is insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're on some bullshit. I think I helped them. And then I started realizing what the guns that I said I saw in front of me. I don't know what this hallucination was. I was waking up, but I was between the dream state and the awakened state. I feel like I saw it on purpose for a reason. But also, I wonder if you know Pete. I wonder. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm just gonna bring it bullshit. I gotta confirm. No, it's not. Who's in there?
Hi.
Hi.
Is that
Yeah.
Anne? I was about to bring him up only because I was gonna tell Ghost, like, for the Avatar show, they sure were homeless a lot instead of just building houses. Right? Like, you just built a bunch of fucking palaces and they're never homeless as an orphan.
What?
I was talking about Ghost. I was talking about the Avatar show, the TV show. I was gonna bring your name up. But then I was like, no, never mind. Um,
Yeah.
sorry, I had to sneeze.
Battle Tracto Max.
Now I'm back.
E. Whoa. Battle Tracto Max.
Don't do that shit again. I'm not happy about that shit.
Unless Super Lightning Kick.
Yeah. Bang, bang. It's nice to see you. Hello. You're off to a good start. Don't fuck it. Bang. sorry guys, I'm laughing at some joke. I just know. I wonder if Aang has a bad son. I feel like he has. He says he's not a fighter, but I feel like that's a fucking lie. Because he's a cusp, and I know he got. I knew it. I knew he. I know he got the fighter. I think when he crashes out, it's gonna be a surprise.
I never see A crash out at all.
That's why he left, because he knows it's true. Because he knows it's true.
I've only seen him crash out once or twice. People were getting really, really on his nerves though, and they were doing stuff that's getting on my nerves too, and I was about to crash out on people. So I couldn't blame him.
I love that for you. I love that for you guys. Yes, crash out, babe. Crash out.
I saw a funny TikTok from Dora the Explorer when they were like, when they're singing to Issa the iguana to turn the wheel. And it says when your friends cheer for you to crash out, and they're like, "Turn the wheel, Issa, turn the wheel."
Turn the wheel, Eva. Turn the wheel.
Oh my god.
Don't forget to crash out. Do you want to see? Do you want to shop
Algernon.
for fairy tale clothes with me?
Hang on, give me a moment. Aang did his bullshit again.
Yeah,
Have
fucking
you ever
A.
watched Steve? Have you ever watched Steven Universe?
Yes, back when I was really young.
Do you remember the episodes?
I only watched a few episodes.
He came in here right now and did some stupid shit, and then like I tried really hard not to laugh, not to cover my arm, to cover my back with my arm, and it just ended up busting up. But I didn't want him to see to the spring because he can do that shit. Like I hate when he does that shit because it's like the vibe is super cool. I
And
was
then
like,
he
why do you
just
do that
leaves.
shit?
And then he just comes in and leaves. I think it's because nobody is showing him any attention.
No, yeah, I felt that. I When I was talking about the TV show, I felt like he thought I was lying or something. And I was like, no, but I, I don't like when you do that thing where you like look for attention on purpose. And like, I know what he's doing, but it's hard to explain. It's really easy to. Let me connect my lens. Just got this. Um, it's not anything bad he's doing, but I told him before. I said, don't be pulling that Libra shit on me, because it gets on my nerves. It's like, well, he makes me laugh, and like these are my thoughts right through the screen. Like, don't fucking make me laugh, because you know I'm fucking mad at you. And then he does some dumb shit, like make a stupid face, and then I'm just like, I just feel like Pearl, like when she like she put the welding mask down in front of her face. She's telling Paradox, she's like, that's not funny. And then she starts busting him. And then he leaves, and it's like, you know what you did. You know what you did. I hate when you do that shit. I feel like, but like, I feel like he does it because he needs it. You know what I mean? Like, he needs that reaction just to say, like, haha, I got you. Or like, I got my just desserts, right? That's why I said you can't trust every leader. I don't think he's not a bad guy. I'm just saying. Why do you do that shit, man? Why do you do that shit? You already know I did not want to laugh. You made me laugh. And I hit it very well. And you still fucking made me laugh. And then you left low key, and I was enjoying your energy, and then he dips out. I'm not, like, I know he has his own mood and stuff, right?
Mhm.
But do you see why I think that's kind of like energy vampire a little bit? Because it's like, but it's like the reverse energy vampire where you give me something good, and then when I'm like, okay, like maybe we'll keep you around, and then you dip out. But it's like I can't be mad at him because he didn't do anything to me. You know what I mean? It's fucking, if anything, he gave me something. But the because he knows this, the agreement we have between us, whether he
Yeah.
understands it, whether he plays dumb, the agreement we had was knock your shit off because I know what you're doing when you do it, and I'm not happy about it. I'm over it. And he did it again. I'm like, I know that sounds really dumb. That sounds like that's to the typical non-observer. It sounds like we're flirting with each other. But I promise you, it's not that. It's not even that. That's, I think he just likes to cause chaos with his Libra energy. I really think. Because I know for a fact he could sense I was trying to be serious. I was being serious. It was a, it was his vibe from him.
But
Like
be right back.
he
I had
was.
to switch up to my phone.
He wasn't invested, and I knew it. I said, you know, it's so weird. I can't explain why I could so many things. The way he just denies him, he's like, I feel like I'm talking spaghetti to you. And he knows that. He knows it's hilarious, but he won't tell you. He won't. He won't ever say, I know what I'm doing so right. You know what I mean? He won't ever admit it. And that comes. I feel like that comes from the part of him. Like when I mentioned Scorpio crashing out, he doesn't like to get to that point. He doesn't want to admit that he's doing things just because he's losing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just funny. It's like the more I talk, the more crazy I sound. But it's like he's not doing it to make me seem crazy. He's just like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let you think whatever you wanna think. I'm gonna let everyone else think whatever they want. But then when no one sees what I'm doing, gonna smile at you, and I'm gonna play a stupid joke, and I know you're gonna laugh and you're gonna get upset because I was supposed to come in here serious, and I sensed it, and I didn't do it, and I did something else. And it's like, you motherfucker, causing me to turn my wheel. This is funny. But you can't get mad at the person walking around with bubblegum and cookies and offering it to you. But it's like at the same time, you don't you know him, but you don't know him the way I feel him, right? And I barely know him. I know what he's doing. He's doing it on purpose. See, you see. Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought he left again.
Hi.
I was like,
Hi.
he's doing that shit on purpose, man.
What's up?
How's everything with you?
It's okay. I gotta clip my fingernails.
Now he wants to be serious. When he should have been serious the moment he came in. Got me fucking smiling that shit, asshole. He knows what he's doing. Fucking dickhead.
What am I doing? You always say this. Don't understand.
You see, Ghost? You see what I said? You know how I started accusing him? He started smiling? He knows what he's doing.
I don't. Hey, I think you're like trying to trick me or something. I think you're testing me.
No, I'm not testing him.
You're poking me.
I think. Fucking dude. You're funny. You're funny, and that's a fact. There's no flirtatious behind it, so don't catch a vibe on it. Because we already talked about that.
He's flirting with you, don't let him lie. He wants to make out with you.
No.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't help myself, just the way he's talking.
When I say this motherfucker, I say it respectfully to him, but it's like...
I think I believe Chris. Hold on.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Chris, how you doing, man?
There's a fuzzy thing in my heart when he talks, and I try to let that shit die down. And right when it's about to die down, the last 2%, and he says some shit to reignite it, and I'm like, like you can't fucking. He knows what he's doing. He.
I don't.
Then
No.
you really a match, but you have the perfect time, so it makes me think. That's why it's so fucking weird. It's not even my heart, it's my chest. It's like that little, like, you know when someone makes you laugh and you try to hold it in, and it's finally going away.
Imagine a kid being just flabbergasted at how beautiful music sounds. This is sounding like what he's talking about.
Okay,
Oh my god, music is so beautiful.
I know what you're doing, but if I say I know what you're doing, see, you see? Go.
I know you're playing music.
I'm about to say it, he knows I'm about to say it, and he don't want to be exposed.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
Sam's being ultra cool.
But he came into the channel, like...
Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's what Sam do, I guess.
I see your face and I feel something. I feel like he thinks I'm a mission. Like I'm mad at it, disinterested. And I'm like, bro, you're the one sitting there with a concrete face. Who are you?
Do you have a cat? Does he have a cat?
Alright, do you have a cat?
No.
He said no.
Did his parents have? I can hear him. Did his parents have a cat?
Does your parents have a cat?
When he was like a kid or a baby?
Like when you were a kid or a baby?
No.
Very good.
You do give out cat energy though.
I'm a Leo.
Like you give off cat energy. Like you.
Yeah. I know. Oh, I was focusing on cats earlier.
You were focusing on cats today.
Yeah, like Tom and Jerry.
Oh, Tom and Jerry is a really good show.
Mm. I used to tease my nephew sometimes. Not tease, but like I used to play around with him. And then like I would play like jokes or pranks on him. And then like I would do the face from Tom when he like has a scheme or a plot. And then my sister would be like, I don't like that face you do. Like you end up looking like that cat on TV. I was like, you mean Tom? Like, yeah, exactly. Like you're plotting something. I'm like, no, no. And then as soon as the parents walk in the room, all my best behavior, he's just like holding him like a baby, like kissing his head, like getting along. But like we start fighting again. It's funny. And like they'll catch me and they'll be like, they'll like separate me from him. I'm like, no, 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 I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You like to cause issues, not issues. You like to start. You know, and I'm like, oh my god, like it's not even a big deal. But like they said that before. They're like you get that face, you get that smile on your face like totally Tom does when he's like trying to catch a mouse. And I'm like, okay, I can see that, but I'm not being mean on purpose. Just playing around.
Oh, yeah, I
But
understand.
wait, who said that? Like you or who?
I said it. Also, look at side chat.
Mhm. Um,
Doesn't this thing look haunted?
my 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 earphones are done soon.
You're about to go.
Only for yeah, probably for a few minutes to recharge my earphones.
Okay. As long as you come back, because I'm going to enjoy this conversation with you.
Yeah, for sure. The night is still young.
The night is still young.
I did that face once for both my nephews, and they said something hilarious. I was like, "What?" And they're like, "You look," because I was wearing a gray sweater at that time. They were like, "You know who you look like?" When he's like reading the newspaper. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's why I did that." Mm. I don't like it. I don't like how Aang leaves me. I can't even say it. I don't like it. 'Cause if I say it, that's just giving him power. I'll do it too.
Mm. Get back! Yay!
Nope. No. I'll stay here. Look, I have a good choice. Oh, you know what? I'm literally right next to my biggest tree. Hang on. I don't know which fit it's in. Never mind. Let me plug them in. Okay, there we go. Let me plug them in. Oh, I just. Oh, did they turn on? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. They turn off when I'm charging them. Damn. Awesome. But I can hear you. I'm just thinking to myself.
Say what?
I'm just thinking to myself.
Yeah, me too.
Man,
I found
That
my
must
old
hurt him.
therapist. I found my old therapist. I found my old therapist like Facebook. She's a
Oh yeah,
psychologist now. She's a psychologist now.
that's cool. Are you gonna add her as a friend or no?
I don't think she can accept.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, she's a psychologist now.
She's a psychologist now.
Yeah. When they have doctor by their name, does that mean they're a psychologist?
Mm.
This makes me inspired. This this is her.
Oh, oh damn, she's pretty.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hang on. I'll be back. Hang on.
Okay. Uh-huh.
勝負。ここからだ。とどめだ。
E. Hello. Hope you're okay. Underneath the silver moon we find our way to harmony. Golden night surrounds us, setting all our spirits free. Hear the earth beneath your feet, the rhythm of eternity. Heartbeat of the universe, it's flowing endlessly. Silver and golden moon, heal us with your gentle light. Silver and golden moon, guide us to the brightest night. Guide us through the darkest night. When stars align, shadows fade, we'll dance beneath the twilight. Twilight in our eyes will bring peace, will bring peace. Like a grand vase with a golden light will bring love, will bring heart back where we'll know it's right. We'll go with true ease all the way to where it's so up to the edge of what we know, to beseech what is apart and bring it back around and use it right from the start. Victory, even grateful. Longer, better, getting better. True of heart. Silver and golden moon, heal us from all pain and strife. Silver and golden moon, guide us to the brightest light. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Better head to bed. Y'all have a good night or day or dawn, whatever time it is. I've stopped saying morning so much because I'm trying not to be so sad. Grand Rising or whatever time it is. Knuckle bump and good luck.